Forget about it. No, don't. Don't forget about history. History is important. Welcome to another episode of Don't Forget About It. A local history video, this time taken in Pickens County in the village of Hinton at a famous site, at least to locals, known as John's Mill. John's Mill was built in 1966 by John Humphreys, of whom it's named after. John moved here from North Carolina and built this fabulous mill at the site of an old mill known as the J.W. Dean Mill. J.W. Dean had at least been on this property since the 1920s, and then there was a flood in 1929 of Scarecorn Creek, of which we're at, and it took it out. It was rebuilt, and then in 1938, the flood of Whitestone came by, the Whitestone flood, and washed it away again. J.W. Dean, John Washington Dean, sold the property, and if you notice, even though it's overgrown, there's these grooves in the millstone. The millstone had these grooves because either the piece below it or the piece it was attached to, it would grind it down, and that would provide a way for the little grain to fall off the end of the stone into whatever contraption would bag it. Dam needed to be about 12 to 15 feet high to generate enough power traditionally to make these things work. The mill race powered the overshot wheel, which in turn turned the equipment, which in turn operated the grindstones. John Humphreys was a machinist by trade, and his first experience with mills was back in North Carolina at the age of 18 when he bought a mill site. Unfortunately, his parents made him sell it back, but he never gave up on his dream, so he moved here to Pickens County to rebuild this mill. So here is the dam made of fieldstone at John's Mill, here at the site of the former John Washington Dean Mill. At its apex back in the day in the 1920s and 30s, J.W. Dean had not only a grist mill, had a hammer mill, had this dam, had all kinds of other setups here. This was a very, very popular place. And the hammer mill is another mill designed for breaking things down, except it's got like a spinning container with hammers that would help crush material, normally agricultural too. John's Mill is closed to the public, so I can't disclose the exact location, and John doesn't normally allow for visitors. But I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something about grist milling, about the old ways, and about the importance of history. Thanks for watching.